Dementia. Truly one of the most strangest cases for anyone to go through, where one would be aware of its effects, yet unaware of the horrors that would play soon, until there is none left to know. The causes of it is still a mystery and not fully discovered. But researchers are aware of what happens to the brain as it is undergoing dementia. Having to lose its neurons as it is either blocked or damaged. The lack of exchanging information through the brain will cause it to not transmit enough information, or none at all. Therefore, leaving cellular reproduction to cease its function, while having the existing cells to slowly deteriorate without renewing itself, eventually having the organ to lose control over the body. There are a few examples of dementia. Alzheimer's disease. It is a very common form of dementia. It is known for having the person to not only slowly lose their memories, but having their cognitive function change drastically. Individuals lose the ability to carry on a conversation and respond to their environment. Their behavior begins to change. Confusion and disorientation affects the individual. Any recent information won't register, and soon their concepts will disappear. Back in 1995, at the age of 61, an American artist, William Mullen, who was based in London, was unfortunately diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease. In light of this tragic news, he began to paint portraits of himself while undergoing this disease. His portraits show the horrors of one's mind steadily declining, and as the years go on, the idea of himself becomes less and less detailed. From a portrait done in 1967, being so accurate and full of detail, compared to the last piece created on 2000, where even the idea of himself is lost. The same way his skill for the craft disappears. He later on passed in the year of 2007. I want to bring up what gave me the idea for this topic. This is Everywhere at the End of Time by Leland Kirby, a collaborated effort of a series of albums, each album having an average length of 1 hour, consisting of jazz records being sampled to simulate the deterioration of memory and concept. As you go deeper into the albums, the more terrifying it becomes, as the songs start to lose and break out of its composition through its reverb and echoes, the noise that layers over itself, until the song becomes lost, until confusion becomes bliss. This collection was truly an experience for me. Despite having to be approximately 6 hours long, it has accomplished something that not many people like myself to completely understand. I cannot imagine what it's like to have such tragedy. Parkinson's disease occurs when nerve cells in the area of your brain, the part that controls movement, becomes impaired or dies. Unlike Alzheimer's disease, instead of taking away the cognitive functions, this one takes a toll on the movement. Early symptoms include tremors and shakiness, muscle stiffness, difficulty initiating movement, and the lack of facial expressions. They may also have mental and behavioral changes, sleep problems, depression, memory difficulties, and fatigue. The horrifying thing about this, other than losing your awareness, you're not able to control what happens to your body, as it could freeze or go into a spasm. The thought of not just losing your own mind, but your body at the same time, as if it wasn't your own. Dementia truly is a tragic experience, one will truly forget. Even with modern practices, there are only a handful of methods to only slow down the fateful end. The people that are diagnosed with dementia, it often occurs to adults above the age of 60. In most cases, the sickness is often passed down by their own genes. To not being able to grasp an idea, not having to think, or even say anything, where the only thing that makes sense is nothing. The outside world becomes a fantasy, a concept, while the only place that's real is the silence. Despite all the horrors, the nightmares, the anxiety, in the end of it all, you will find peace in yourself.